This video is largely for the young generation of artists who believe they should quit drawing because their drawings aren't turning out the way they visualized. It is also for those of any age who were denied or denied themselves a fair chance to enjoy the experience drawing has to offer. I have wisdoms for you, my precious artist friends. If you've come to this video for drawing advice to further your career, I unfortunately can't give you much insight there, as I don't draw professionally. I'm most concerned in this video with being able to give oneself access to and enjoy the process of drawing. I might make some videos in the future on the tools and concepts that have helped me to make progress with my drawings. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would be interested in. If it's a passion for you, I hope you can give yourself permission to get better. Even if it's not a passion, there are benefits to drawing. Drawing is an outlet. You don't ever have to cut off or feel ashamed of using one of the healthy outlets we have. Yes, I am calling you out, person who was either told or told themselves they were bad at art and gave up. And I'm doing it out of love for you. Everyone deserves to enjoy the drawing process without a looming fear of the results. Little known secret I'ma share with you right now. You don't have to stop if your drawings don't turn out the way you expected. I've been drawing since I could hold a pencil, and I still can't get my art to look exactly the way I had in mind. I used references for all my best pieces. Listen to the people when they tell you to always use references when drawing. That advice has helped me improve my drawing significantly. In those moments where the drawing isn't turning out, I've learned that I can't force it. I have to step back and try another way or try something else. Reference pics are your best friends, though. In adolescence, children are able to absorb and produce the concepts of the drawing process faster than adults. Studies have shown that if you stick with drawing, you become exponentially better, but there is a stagnation point that causes a lot of people to believe they'll never break the mold, and they end up giving up right before they would have gotten really good. If you want to make art, you should make art, regardless of anyone's opinion of it. If Freddie Mercury had cared what the record label thought of him, we never would have gotten Bohemian Rhapsody, and I don't want to think about a world that dull. I was able to retain more in school when the teachers let me doodle. At the same time, it was a form of escapism for me. I would get lost in my character doodles and their stories instead of having to deal with our reality that many of us had very little control in changing as a child. As much as it helped, I can admit it may have also been a slight hindrance to my education, but it didn't have to be. If I knew then what I know now, I could have used the doodles to retain the information I had a harder time with. You have to figure out who you are for yourself, because the rest of the world will try to dictate who you are. Being good at any form of art certainly means years and years of dedicated practice and a basic passion for the craft. Let's take a look at doodles I did when I was 11. And compare them to doodles I did at 19, when I was the most dedicated, and then current doodles, I'm 24 now. We can clearly see that I haven't been drawing as much recently, but we can also see the progress I've made over the years with practice and passion. I went from only being able to draw faces to being able to draw full-body characters, and then to constructing my own comic with backgrounds and full-body shots with hands completely visible. Completely visible! This journey of progress took so much time, and I've seen a lot of people discredit all the work that goes into being good at drawing. I'm often told that I have a natural talent. I promise you, YouTube, this is a common misconception. My drawings began like everyone else's. Terrible. And my parents were kind to me, and they told me my drawings were good. That's why I felt safe to pursue drawing enough to get decent at it. Bob Ross did not just wake up one day and miraculously know how to paint all those things. In fact, he learned all his painting methods from Bill Alexander, and I bet you've never heard of him. I hadn't heard of him before I did the research for this. Bob Ross, legendary painter, was quite literally using another guy's painting techniques. It was what he did with this knowledge and his passion for painting that got him recognized. It's also noteworthy that he wasn't aiming to be the iconic painter celebrity we all see him as today. In his time, he was a true artist trying to fill the world with more kindness. He wanted to share the feeling we get when making art, just as Bill Alexander did with him, just like we do here on YouTube. So don't give up on your art if it makes you happy. That's the most important thing about making art, that it is a source of joy and relaxation for you. Creating things is for you before it's for anyone else, and you don't have to allow others to define what your work is to you. Chances are when someone has an overly critical opinion of your work, this has a way of stopping you, the creative person, in your tracks. The end result is you don't end up making anything because nothing feels good enough. What if I told you most of these people saying negative things about your work wish they had the talent you have? With enough practice and passion, they could be on your level. Or maybe they could learn from you. Maybe you're a nice person and you're willing to teach everything you know, but for some people it's just easier to criticize your work than put themselves out there. Constructive criticism is wonderful and necessary for making progress in many art forms, so before you come for me, know that I'm not referring to constructive criticism here. I am talking about all the naysayers. You had a vision before them, and you'll still have visions when you can't hear them anymore, so don't let them distract you. And whatever you're working on, keep working on it. You don't need anyone else to tell you what your work means to you. You tell us. We're listening, and we love you for being brave enough to share these pieces of yourself with us. Hey, thanks for listening to the end. If you like this video, consider giving me some of that sweet, sweet validation. Also, check out all the cool stuff I made for sale on my website. We're talking prints, stickers, t-shirts, clay jewelry, and more, all made by yours truly. Thank you, and good night, internet friends.